So this question was asked in GATE 2010, and they are saying the following C function takes a singular linked list as input argument. It modified the list by moving the last element to the front of the linked list. That means it is moving the last element which is present in the linked list to the front of the linked list, right? That is, if for example you are having this linked list, okay, and this is pointed by head. So what we are going to do is you have to move this last node into the front of the linked list. So if this last node will be pointing moving to the front of the linked list, that means there will be a new front node and head will be pointing to the new front node. Okay, now, and they are saying some part of the code is left blank. That means there's some part here, if you can see, this part is left blank, and then you have to fill out this blank, and they have given some options. Okay, so the best way to solve this question is not to look at the option, just try to solve this question. What will you do if you want to move this node to the front of the linked list, right? And in the way you will find out what is the correct option. Okay, so now let us try to solve this. So here let us suppose these are the linked list and this is the addresses. This is address 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000. Okay, and this is the data A, B, C and D. Now in this function we are passing the address of head here. That means head is storing 1000. Okay, and then in the line number 2 we are doing node is equal to star p comma q. That means there will be two pointers. The first pointer will be p and the second pointer will be q. And then the third line is saying if head is equal to null, but head is not null, therefore this condition is false, and or head of next is equal to null. That means or this part is null, but none of this part is null, therefore we are not going to execute this statement. So we will come out to this statement and we are going to execute q is equal to null. Therefore q will now be pointing null, storing null. And then the next line we are saying p is equal to head, therefore p will now be storing 1000. And then while p of next is not equal to null, that means while this part which is pointed by p, so this is the value part and this is the next part. So while this next part is not equal to p, not equal to null, then we are going to do q is equal to p and then p is equal to p next. So if we do q is equal to p, therefore q will be pointing to 1000, and then p is equal to p next means p will now be pointing to the location 2000, right? Therefore we'll go to the location. Again we are going to check this condition in the while loop. We'll go to the location which is pointed by p, and then we are going to check this next part. So here this next part is not equal to null, therefore we are again going to execute these two statements. So q will now be storing 2000 and this p will now be storing 3000. So if you will see, this q will now be following p. It will always point to the one node prior to p. So whatever the node which is pointed by p, q will now be only be following one node before that. Okay, so while p of next is not equal to null, so p is pointed to the location 3000 and 3000 of this next part is not equal to null, therefore we are again going to do q is equal to p, right? So q will now be storing 3000, and then p is equal to p of next, right? Therefore p will now be storing 4000, right? Again we are going to check this condition, but in this condition now this part is storing null. So this part is storing null, therefore we'll come out to this while loop. Now at this point, if you see, p is pointing to this node and q is pointing to this node, right? And now you have to fill the blanks. What will you do to move this node to the front of the linked list? Okay, so what are the operations which needed to be done? So the first operation is at this part here, at this part you have to store the address of this front node which is the currently current front node. Therefore here this node is pointed by p, so what we are going to do is p of next is equal to head, because this is the operation which you need to perform. So what will be the second operation which you need to perform? So the second operation which you need to perform is make this node point to null. So what you are going to do is q of next is equal to null. Okay, now these two operations can be interchanged. That means you can perform this operation first or you can perform this operation first. There is no priority here because all these both these operations are independent. Okay, and then what you have to do is you have to make head to point to this new node, right? That means after doing this link is broken, this is storing null, this is pointing to this node. Now you have to make this head point to this new node, right? Therefore what we are going to do is head is equal to p, right? So after doing these three operations, you have just added this node to the front of the linked list. Okay, so now let us try to see the options which are doing these three operations in this manner. That means they may interchange these two operations, but they cannot do this operation before them, right? So in these two operations you are doing q of next is equal to null and p of next is equal to head, right? So here in the first option they are saying q is equal to null, but we do not want to make q is equal to null, we have to make q of next is equal to null. Therefore option number A is not correct. Now in the option number B they are saying q of next is equal to null, which is this is correct in that case, but then they are doing head is equal to p, right? So this order is not correct. Okay, so this order is not correct here, because if they do this order, then p head is now pointing to this node and then we lost this address of the front node. Okay, therefore this option is also not correct. And this option number C, they are doing head is equal to p, so which is not correct because initially you are making head to point to p. And the fourth option they are doing q of next is equal to null, so which is this, it is correct. Then p of next is equal to head, which is this, it is correct. And then they are doing head is equal to p, which is this, correct. So for this question option number D is correct. Okay, now if you did not understand this question, then try to analyze why we can do any of these operations independently. That means we can initially do q of next is equal to null, and then we can do p of next is equal to head, and we can also do p of next is equal to head before then q of next is equal to null. Why we can do this, right? And why cannot we make this operation before these two statements? Okay, try to question these things. So if you try to question these things, then obviously you can solve this question, you can find out the answers. Okay, so this was a very easy question which is asked in GATE 2010. So you just need a very calm mind to solve these questions. So whenever you are in your GATE examination, you will see that you are having 65 questions and you are having 180 minutes, right? But in your GATE examination, you do not have to solve all the questions. If you see the previous analysis, the GATE toppers in computer science have only scored within 70s, right? So if you are able to score within 70 marks in GATE, that means you will be in top 10. If you are able to solve 60, you are able to get 60 marks or 60 plus marks in GATE, that means you will be in top 100, right? And if you are able to solve between 50 to 60 marks, or you can able to even easily able to get 50 marks in GATE or 50 marks above, then you are in top 1000. Okay, so in your GATE examination, don't try to hurry while solving these questions. So whenever you are trying to solve these questions while practicing, do not try or do not be disappointed if you cannot solve these questions. So don't ever be disappointed in this case. Okay, just be calm and try to solve these questions. If you cannot solve this question, then learn the concept, follow more lectures, try to complete the subject. After completing the subject, try to solve this question, because after completing the subject, there are 99% chances that you will get that particular concept. Okay, so now let us try to move on to the next question.